Hello, my name is Tanay Tiwari and welcome to the India vs England Test Series Stats Preview. A test rivalry that's very old. Isse bhi purani. Back when Bhuvan knocked the wind out of Captain Russell's sail. मजाक 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 दोस्तों, नंबर्स भी असली होंगे, अपडेट्स भी असली होंगे, आपकी प्रिपरेशन भी असली होगी. सच बोल रहा हूँ, माँ कसम. मेरा व्हाट्सएप चेक कर लो. 2021 is off to a good start, no? I mean, the vaccine is here, Trump is not, India won and won big, but there's still one thing remaining in 2021. Virat Kohli. हाँ जी, बड़ा समय हो गया ना. But before I tell you about Virat Kohli, hear this out. First innings in 2021 for Kane Williamson, Steve Smith, Joe Root.
समझ रहे हो? समझ रहे हो? समझ रहे हो ना?
Kohli fans though have been waiting for a Virat Kohli century for a while now. The last time Virat Kohli scored an international century for India was back in December 2019. Batao, I purchased my first sanitizer after that. It's that long back. Yes, he has gone 30 innings now without scoring an international century for India, the longest he's gone without scoring a ton in Indian colours ever. Also, amongst other things, 2020 was only the second time in his career that Virat Kohli has gone through a year without scoring a century for India. The first time when he did that in 2008, Virat and I had one thing in common, our body fat percentage. मेरा फोटो मान लो सच कह रहा हूँ, मैं भी वैसा ही था एकदम. But the one thing that we had in common in 2008 was also that both of us had not faced Jimmy Anderson. I'm still there, but Virat Kohli has faced him a lot in international cricket of late. Between 2012 and 2014, every time Jimmy Anderson went to the runs bank of Virat Kohli was very happy to allow Jimmy Anderson to withdraw his wicket. After 2014, every time Jimmy Anderson has gone to the runs bank of Virat Kohli, Clerk Kohli has said, "Abhi lunch time hai, kal aana." This despite him letting every other English bowler withdraw his test wicket at least once. Will Virat Kohli continue the Jim moratorium this series as well? Moratorium तो ना एक और bowler पे लगा हुआ है. Jasprit Bumrah, if fit, भगवान please, injuries नहीं please. If fit, will play his first test in India in this series. Yes, of his 17 tests in his career thus far, he's played 3 in England, 3 in South Africa, 7 in Australia, and 2 each in New Zealand and the West Indies. He's not played a single test in India thus far. I mean, how astonishing is that? Does Bumrah remind you of someone? सारे टूर बार, सारे परफॉर्मेंसेस बार. I mean, प्रियंका चोपड़ा कसम वेवलेंथ मैच करती है. Friends यार. But if Jasprit Bumrah has to do well, he has to match his wavelength with another veteran who's returning to this side. Yes, if fit and if everything goes fine, Bhagwan please, injury nahi, please. Ishant Sharma is 3 tests away from becoming the 11th Indian to play 100 test matches for India and only the 2nd speedster after the legendary Kapil Dev. But that is not it. 3 more wickets for Ishant Sharma and he will join an elite club of 300 test wicket takers for India. A very, very fine club to be in. There's another guy on that list who is inching towards another milestone. I mean, YouTube milestones तो वो break करते ही रहते हैं, हमारी नौकरियों के पीछे पड़े ही रहते हैं. But R. Ashwin is just 23 wickets away from becoming the 2nd fastest spinner to 400 test wickets. Yes, and while 23 test wickets in a 4-test home series is a given for R. Ashwin, his record against England in tests is not that great. That average swells and that strike rate is also very high. But the kind of form R. Ashwin is in, हमारी नौकरियां तो वो खाएंगे, 2-4 इंग्लैंड के बैट्समैन की भी खा जाएंगे. A high average though is not of a lot of concern for England's captain Joe Root, who has at least a 50 in all the tests that he's played in India since his debut in 2012 in Nagpur. And the way he has been batting, he is England's very own autopilot. मतलब Sri Lanka में वो centuries, the Indian bowlers will have to bowl out of their skins to create some traffic to disrupt Root's autopilot. India sit on top of the World Test Championship points table, while England are the only side who've not lost a series in this championship. I know, क्या सवाल है आपका? 4-0, 3-0, 3-1 या 2-0. If India win the series by any of these margins, they do not have to rely on the South Africa-Australia results and they book a berth in that World Test Championship finals at the Lords. The loser of this series is most likely to stand eliminated from that race. India have won their last 8 tests at home consecutively. They've also not lost a single series in the last 12 series at home, the longest streak for any side at home in Test cricket. जी हाँ, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जिसको वो गैबा कहते थे, इंडिया में हम कहते हैं कहीं भी जहाँ खेल रहे हो सब अपना है. But the last time India lost a Test series at home was to England in 2012-2013 by 2-1. Hi, Kitty. Such the hate. It promises to be an exciting series, and as it begins in the first week of February, do not miss a beat, an update, a stat as we bring to you extensive coverage of the India-England Test series right here on Crickbuzz in the form of Crickbuzz Chatter in both English and Hindi. Do tune in.